So if you got a client who bought stock at 8 and it now sits at 16 and he's all fucking happy, he wants to cash in, liquidate, take his fucking money and run home, you don't let him do that. Okay. Because that would make it real. Right. Now, what do? You get another brilliant idea, a special idea, another situation, another stock to reinvest his earnings and then some. And he will every single time because they're fucking addicted. And then you just keep doing this again and again and again. Meanwhile, he thinks he's getting shit rich, which he is on paper. But you and me, the brokers, we're taking home cold hard cash via commission, motherfucker. Right.
And that's exactly what was going on in the cryptocurrency market when they invented cryptocurrency, and then Dogecoin, Shiba Coin, come rocket, this, that, and everything else, Cummies, and all this other nonsense, Ethereum Classic, Luna Classic, Luna 3.0, Swap, Apes. And then as soon as they got done and sick of that and started being exposed at the end of the hype when the money was starting to die down, they created NFTs. And what were NFTs? Nothing more than a piece of paper online in a digital universe that was and is junk, garbage, and people were paying tens, hundreds of thousands, and millions of dollars for these pictures, these children pictures of apes. And that's exactly what happened. The whole thing was a fugazi. The whole thing was a shyster bill. And what happened to you? You put in your hard-earned fucking money and you got a picture of an ape coin NFT, a picture of a monkey boy NFT, pieces of paper that look like a child in a cartoon made it at 3 years old. And what they do, what these shysters, I'm Crypto, Kevin O'Leary, Mark Cuban, all these Logan Pauls, the Winklevoss twins, all these shysters pushing Carl from the moon, all these shysters pushing those products. Big boy crypto, don't let me forget him, and Raven asshole, Raven Crow, whatever that shyster and Lummox's name was. They walked away with your hard-earned fucking money, getting your Bitcoin, your crypto, your cash, your deposits, your subscriptions, your hard-earned real fucking money, and cash the fuck out while you lost and were left holding a piece of paper, holding the proverbial bag of nothing more than a useless fairy dust fugazi. Peace and love, bell notification. Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, bell notification, like the channel, subscribe, and share for that education, information, and knowledge you need in your quest to that asset acquisition and the way to diagnose, quickly snip out, and discard scam artists, con men, and shysters. And that's exactly how you start each and every one of your mornings, with enthusiasm unknown to mankind, in the words of the Fighting Jim Harbaughs and Michigan Wolverines. We're going to look at what's going on in the cryptocurrency market today, and we're going to start with the shyster coin update. That's right, the old shyster coins and then the shyster rundown. We're going to look at what the hard-earned fucking people do with their money. And if you're smart and listen to old Vincenzo, you would have known not to buy there. You would have known that this was just a blow off capitulation, massive hysteria, momentum pump, and that it was going to crash and you were going to lose it all if you bought in anywhere north of the mean down here in this orange trading zone, because we told you it was coming straight back into there after a long consolidation. And it did. It indeed did come down there in the Shiba coin. And we've hit a bottom once and a bottom twice. Now you have two scenarios that you could go in. The dotted line, when you see the green dotted line, that's where the current price is right now. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to either come back down and retest this and break down, and then you're going to have capitulation, and you're going to go in the price discovery, probably down to your all-time low at 0.70 million zeros 488. And this shyster Shiba coin and the Shiba Inu, the dirty little secret is, as Matthew McConaughey starts to explain, little cocaine to help you sniff out. Notice the cocaine, it helps you sniff out and dissect the shysters, fleecers, and heisters, according to Mr. McConaughey.
No, thank you, though.
Mr. Hanna, what can I bring for you on this glorious afternoon?
Well, Hector, here's the game plan. You're gonna bring us 2 absolute martinis. You know how I like them, straight up. And then precisely 7.5 minutes after that, you're gonna bring us 2 more. Then 2 more after that, every 5 minutes, until one of us passes the fuck out.
Excellent strategy, sir.
I'm good.
And that's exactly just like that guy right there said, excellent strategy, sir. Sir. And that's exactly what you get here at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Excellent strategy, information, and education and knowledge to help you sidestep the shysters, to lay out in simple, easy steps and plan and game site to help you confidently trade this market. And if we zoom in from the weekly time frame, because that's a trading rule from old Vincenzo, we start from the far out time frames to understand where we came from in order to try to get a game plan on where the price may go into the future based on the knowledge and the data, which the data is the price action, and the price action is achieved over a lengthy period of time to help us understand and predict with a probability based forecast where the price is going to go. And you can see we're sitting here from back in June, and now we've redouble bottomed after a nice pump, hit the 200-day moving average, and then collapse down to the downside. If we do not hold here, if we hold here, we could pump immediately back up to the 200-day. That's going to be slithering down at the 1209 after a shitload of zeros. But if we end up breaking this and get stuck in this trading zone and break this, that's when you have price discovery. And what I would do in price discovery is take this old support line, not change its trajectory, just change it out farther into the future. And this would be my first area on a pattern breakdown and price discovery somewhere into the future, where I'd be looking at, if you break the all-time low, where you would be going in price discovery, a bunch of zeros and 317, right? And that's what I'm looking at in the old shyster Shiba coin. And then we have Quant, one of my favorite, Quant. And this again, even after this most recent rally, we had a bunch of people thinking the price was going to belly up and go to the upside and continue to all-time highs. If we zoom out to the weekly time frame, you can see we had the man walking up the cliff and only to be led to a slaughter, and he did get slaughtered, right? And everyone thought after we bounced off here, which was a technical target from this rising wedge that we were in, you got to come to the bottom of the wedge, which is the VP volume indicator, and we told you it was going to come down here back when the price was sitting up here at its mountain top, where everyone had the orgasmic blow off top hysteria, momentum, and shyster villains coming out with the quant nonsense. Then it had this bear market rally, and we laid out this little cluster in the VP volume indicator. Why on the rally, you first come up to the moving averages, and if you broke the moving averages, the high on potential you'd get to was going to be somewhere between 164 and 58 cents at the bottom, and all the way up here at the top part of this at 213. And that's exactly where it came down to, and then got rejected in a step down fashion, came down to $91. Now we're in a little rally, but this looks like a head, a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, and that would be the neckline, and the technical target would bring you right back down here into a double bottom, and that's where I'm forecasting a 164.58 a top end rejection like you had. You could bounce up to here for a double top, and then the head and shoulders where you have left shoulder, big head, right shoulder that you're in, the neckline, which is right there, and the point of a breakout. Here's how you do a technical target from that. You get our industry exclusive purging tool, and you go to the top of the head, and you got the left shoulder was the first pump, the head was the second pump, and the right shoulder is the third pump. It's on a little bit of an angle. You go to the neckline, and then, oops, this is going to be difficult if we don't zoom in. You go from the top to the neckline, which the neckline you're asking is head, support, support, support at all the first shoulder, the first part of the neckline, the head, right? It's all got the support in the same area uptrending. You bring it down there, you bring it to the point of a breakout. Say it broke out down here, and look where your technical target is beautiful down here at a double bottom of the old low on the VP volume indicator. And that's exactly where I think quant's coming down to, and that's your next major move after it diddly bops around up into here. It could even go up that high, but I think your next major push, your next major move, your next major game changer that makes the quick cryptocurrency